Welcome to Rewind, the podcast. Welcome back from the holidays, everybody. We've had I sound like the brother from Proud Family. Ow, bye-bye. We are back, and we hope you enjoyed your turkey day.
Yes.
And you got all decorated for Christmas, or as Camila Cabello likes to call it, Quizmas. And we have been doing one thing over the holiday, and Raven knows what it is.
Eating?
Talking about Wicked.
I am talking about Wicked, literally.
We are not going to be the Wicked recap show, we promise, but I got a few more things I want to talk about.
Okay, get it off your chest.
First of all, how many times have you seen it?
3.
I've seen it 4 times, and I'm going for a 5th and a 6th this week.
Well, I've seen it because I think I might be done
Okay.
for a minute because I saw it standard, then I saw it in 4DX, and then I saw it in IMAX.
Tell me how you felt about 4DX.
Nauseous.
Raven's never done 4DX.
Nauseous. I felt nauseous.
The whole time?
No, it really wasn't bad. It was just a lot. I'm glad that wasn't my first time seeing it.
Do you feel like it would have pulled you out?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I saw it the second time like that, and I was trying to try. I was like, I feel like I'm in a video game.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw it regular degla first go around.
We talked about this a little bit on our Wicked movie review, but the people are starting to give the girls their flowers. Everybody said, y'all are crying a lot, y'all are doing too much, your souls are gone, you're skinny, blah, blah, blah. And now people are saying, best actress, best supporting.
100%.
And I want to hear what you think.
I mean, listen, Cynthia is an Oscar away from an EGOT.
Mm-hmm.
And she deserves
Just an
this.
Oscar away.
Just an Oscar away. She's gotten the hard ones out of the way.
Yeah.
It's her time.
Mm-hmm.
This is her season, and I think she will definitely be nominated for Best Actress.
Well, this is my thing. Y'all know I've never seen Wicked, the whole thing all the way through. I found a bootleg version.
How'd you find it?
I think I'm gonna keep that private between the girls.
I've told him about it.
Oh, you did tell me, but I didn't tell people what to look up because I don't want to get in trouble. Get demonetized.
I get it from TikTok. I got that from TikTok.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Well, if you want to do it, slide into Raven's DMs and she'll tell you how. Raven loves a DM slide.
It rhymes with prime.
And utorial.
Yeah.
And ukorial. There you go. But I will say, I finally got to see how part 2 all shakes out. And let me tell you what, if Cynthia, heaven forbid, does not get the Oscar for part 1, she's going to get it for part 2.
That's how I feel.
And what I truly feel is that hoe Nessa in the second one, because I now know why that bitch gets a house dropped on her.
Yeah. But you know, there's a difference. Between Nessa and what is that young woman's name?
Bethany.
Marissa Bodie.
Marissa, we love you at this pod.
I love.
But there's been some controversy.
Okay, so Marissa had to get the girls together because people have been making a lot of jokes. We know that Nessa Rose is not the most lovable character in the Wicked universe, right? But the fact that she is in a chair is not a joke. That is her real life. And she made it very clear that these jokes that are centered around her disability, she does not appreciate.
So for those who have not seen all of Wicked, we won't give spoilers, but like I said, at the end, you're going to be like, I realize why a house drops on her. And you saw from the first one that she is not the most...
she's self-centered.
She's self-centered. And she really wants that little munchkin boy. Let's put it that way.
True that.
So she has said that people are making... Instead of jokes about Nessa, she said, I love the jokes.
Yeah, and she said it's okay to because Nessa Rose is a nuanced character, it's okay to be mad at her. It's okay to be frustrated with her.
I love to hate a character.
That, and that's the part of it. But it's when people bring in the disability and try to make that a joke that I think is what she was communicating makes her uncomfortable, which I completely agree because I've always felt that way too about characters who play people in a bigger body and them being fat is the center of the role.
Oh, like the punchline?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's that's somebody extra body.
I've always wondered that when they cast you, they say people are going to be mean to you in this role.
Exactly.
Because even they even do that with casting now. If they cast maybe an Asian person, they'll say it in cast, can you be more Asian?
Yeah.
And people are like, what do you mean by more Asian?
Yeah.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, is the term disabled community? Because that's what
I think
Marissa,
that's what she says.
She said, and that's her community.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna
and correct us.
Yes.
I
because I've heard it's not correct to use handicapped.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay, so disabled community.
Yeah.
She said it was very empowering to play that role. It was very awesome, but to see it already be kind of
The punchline.
The punchline, I didn't want to say be cheapened, but she was like, we are doing, like, this is an amazing thing.
Because so often they pick able-bodied people to play these roles, and to actually have someone who is in a wheelchair full-time, who understands the ins and the outs, like to find an actress who could portray that is a huge deal. And it does make it seem, it's inappropriate.
Yeah.
And like, that's what it really is.
And also, let's talk about it from comedy. If that's the best punchline you can make, you're not that funny.
Because it's not funny.
Exactly.
You know?
You may get a cheap laugh out of your uncle who you were wondering, you know, if they're touching somebody at Thanksgiving. But if that's who's laughing, then are you funny?
The little girl that plays Baby Nessa, it's like she has to see that.
Exactly.
And she's the true queen. Let's be real.
And the millions of people who are in a wheelchair, like it's just not cute.
Yeah, it's I don't like it.
Baby Nessa and Baby Elfie.
Let's talk about it.
Those two?
Yes.
I can't even. Go ahead. Interrupt me anyway.
Oh, I didn't.
Go ahead.
You can't even. Let's talk about this. Are you on the Twitter or the Blue Sky these days?
No. Baby
Nessa is like the gays. She's already like a queen of the gays. Because her little line, do you want to see this book? Yeah. And people are like, give her the Oscar. They're like,
so cute.
They're
and so talented. And Baby Elfie is so, what is these babies actually names? She is so sophisticated and well spoken and like mature.
And she, I believe they did an interview with, like, was it her and Cynthia together?
I think so.
And they were just like so bond. It was so
she
precious.
She was like, I want to be like Cynthia when I grow up, and it was very cute.
So young Alphabet is Karis Monsongle, and then young Nessa Rose is Cicely Colette Taylor.
We love y'all.
We do.
They have bright futures ahead.
Yeah, if this is where you're getting your start, let's talk about it.
Now let's talk about the behind the scenes stuff.
Okay.
I cannot get enough. I have to watch this Peacock situation. Have y'all seen it?
Oh, it was like a special they did.
Yeah.
No, I haven't, but I need to.
Oh, yes, because I was gonna try to watch it, but I've been watching so many Christmas movies. I got behind.
That's a different episode.
I want to watch it so badly because that's the part that is so magic. It's like how they put all this together and the like camaraderie within the cast. Like I'm itching for some behind the scenes.
Do you know how like you'll watch a behind the scenes of something and you can tell the actors you're like,
they don't like each other.
They don't like each other, or they're they're collecting the check.
Yeah.
It truly. This feels like you're watching like a Friends or what was that one? Who cares? You can tell they really love each other. You can see it in the photos,
and they're having fun.
Yes.
And it's giving theater camp.
And I'm just like, how fun would that be to go for a whole year and just be in a bubble of this world?
It would be fun, but it would also be a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but I think if that's all you live and breathe, like. You're it's like theater, like you're encouraging people to be better if there's no ego.
Right. And I think that too, like the reason I said pressure is because seeing the interviews with Ariana and Cynthia, and like Ariana is like a wicked historian and like had so many opinions and she was so invested in like making sure they got it right. Like that has to be a lot of pressure on top of playing this like iconic character.
Yeah.
And they both, well, not they both, but she has seemed to have found her new love through this process as well. So like, I'm happy for them.
It's a crazy time. Now I will ask, can you imagine had they done these interviews and had all that emotion and been in this bubble and the movie was not good?
No.
There's just no way. Even when we were talking about casting last week, when we were trying to put together different people, it truly was the perfect casting.
I could recast one person.
Oh, who?
I'm not going to say it. Y'all know who it is.
If you think you know who she's talking about, comment below.
I'm nervous for her in movie 2. Michelle, we love you.
There we go.
We love you, girl. You ate it. That part, the speaking parts, you ate it up. That talk singing, I'm a little nervous.
Now this was the one thing she was the most nervous, but she was working with a vocal coach.
I'm happy. Listen, she did really well for not being a singer in this movie. There's no shade. We know what's coming. Vocally.
I do now. Bootleg.
Vocally. I'm nervous for her. I'm nervous. And I think, Michelle, you can do it.
Yes, you do. Yes, you can.
I think you can. I think it's well, you already did.
Everything, everywhere, all at once. If you can do that, you can do.
Okay, because let's be real. She's phenomenal. This is no disrespect. But because this is a musical, you have some music-ish.
Look, y'all know I go up and down and all around for High School Musicals. If Vanessa Hudgens can do 3 movies, she can do 2.
That's true. You're not wrong.
Love you, Vanessa Hudgens.
You're
Mean
not
it.
wrong. You're not wrong.
I also heard a rumor that they kind of split the character of Madame Morrible between her and then, is it Kayla Settle?
Oh, Keela Seattle or something like that, Settle? The lady from Greatest Showman.
Oh, that's what they did. And that would be amazing.
Because she can wail.
She sing damn. Not you coming in with the hot tea.
That is tea because someone did make a joke about that. They were like, she was in that whole movie and didn't sing one note. And she was the one, when the sharpest words wanna come out.
That would be a really smart way to get around that.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Now we got a little more faith.
I know.
Michelle's
okay.
just gonna, serve tea and like do
I
those
know.
outfits. She
Cheryl
did.
Lee Ralph still is my number one choice.
That's
but
fair.
Cheryl Lee Ralph is my number one choice for everything. So like in this role, any role.
I know we talk about Wicked a lot. Thank you for humoring us. We know y'all love Wicked too, but it has kept my mind off the fact that we did just have an election. See, it's not fun to talk about.
It's so not, but there is some new piping hot tea.
Mm-hmm.
For the last year, 2 years, they done got up on that podium and had that black lady tell the citizens of the United States of the Americas that Joe Biden was not going to pardon his son, Hunter Biden. And then on the Lord's Day of today,
In the 11 o'clock hour,
guess who got a pardon?
Hunter. Okay, I do want to talk about this because like I said, when it comes to politics, I keep up with what I need to know. Enough to know that when Kamala didn't win, I was like, ooh, this is a little unnerving. The Hunter Biden stuff, they always brought him up, especially in debates and all that kind of stuff. And we've seen him be wild, and we've seen the photos. So when he was pardoned, I don't necessarily know on my behalf what he was pardoned from.
From what I've gathered, okay, so Hunter has had a troubled past, I believe, allegedly, and I could be very wrong. Some substance abuse issues in the past. This specific incident was about lying on a form to get a gun, I believe.
Okay.
And people who do this, out of the people who do this, 0.09 of them are prosecuted or convicted for it.
So very low margin anyway.
Correct.
Okay.
So it kind of, from my point of view, he was being made an example out of, and if he were not Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, this would not have gone as far as it had, which is why
you mean like just the prosecuting in general?
Correct.
Got it.
This would not have been.
Okay.
And some legal experts have said the same thing. Like, this is a very obscure.
Melanie Goolsby?
No.
Oh.
Not Melanie Goolsby this time. But this is a very obscure kind of situation.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it does not surprise me that he was pardoned. And if it was my child, I would pardon him too.
Exactly. So there's 2 sides I'm seeing to this. The first one is the Biden, basically a lot of Democrats who were like, we're about to go through some fun stuff for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
And they said, we have entered around, find out time. And y'all are having to do that with your eggs and all that kind of stuff. And I
have something to say about the eggs. I'm about to get us off subject. How we go from I can't afford eggs, we dying, we famished, to Cyber Monday.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my
How
mouth. But mine was more Black Friday. $629 billion spent on Black Friday, but you are worried about a dozen eggs. The Kroger brand. Not even the brown eggs.
I was like, now hold up. The math ain't mathing. Because you seem like y'all got money for TVs and everything else.
That PS5 that comes, no disc.
Whatever. But continue with what you were saying about Hunter.
No, that's real tea. But apparently people were like, where was I? What was my train of thought? I'm so sorry.
So this is the thing with Hunter.
I lost my train of thought. Damn it, Raven. Go ahead.
Sorry, but this is the thing with Hunter. Oh, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you agree with him getting pardoned?
I think, okay, no, I'm of 2 minds, honestly, and I'm not trying to make it deep. Part of me is like, okay, nepotism. We're doing nepotism.
Big neps.
There's plenty of people in prisons and jails and going through court right now who could very well get that pardon and deserve it more than Hunter. But like you said, it's the nuance of it all. It's because it's Joe Biden's son, those kind of things. So there's a part of me that's like, that's funny because he said he wasn't going to do it, and he's like, and now I'm on my way out, and I'm going to just do my lame duck.
Well, my thing is, if as a human being,
A beautiful one.
thank you. Why, in your right mind, would you not pardon your child when a convicted felon is coming to take your job in 3 months?
And I think that's the logic.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like, obviously, this is not the reason he was saying no was because the American people would have an opinion about it, right?
And they still do.
Because the American people would feel like this was nepotism and this was, but the American people obviously does not care about convicted felons like that. Like that is not a bar anymore. That is like a thing to be measured. Also, I don't believe it should be on applications. You shouldn't be able to. The convicted felon thing from this point forward, to me, is no longer a thing.
Yeah, because it was also an issue with voting. If you're a convicted felon, should you be able to vote?
You can't vote, but you can run.
Yeah.
So, like, at this point, like,
Make it make sense.
The bar is in hell. There is no moral high ground.
I don't even think there's a bar.
Yeah, like, everybody just does what they want to do. And, like, what's good for the goose, if he gets to do this, like, why then would you, as a parent, put your child in that situation? And as an American people, why would you want him to feel that guilt?
But also, let's talk about it from this. If he has to go through that court system and it's not going to be done until Joe Biden is out, when they get a hold of his son, it is going to be a heyday, and they will probably use it as something to distract from
whatever they're doing.
Yeah, so he's like, yes, I'm going to pardon my kid.
100%.
Now, I already take beef with like people who give their kid a pass on anything, but that's a whole different conversation, and it's not for this level of pardon.
I think the issue and the way he's probably looking at it is the only reason he's in this situation is because he's my son. And I'm the only person who can get him out of this situation. So then you take it for what it is. But I think people are real rich being like,
how dare.
Right.
Yeah.
Girl, bye.
Yeah, for real. We've got plenty of other things to worry about. I get the controversy of the pardon.
And like I said, I think it's because just for so long, it's been like, he's not going to pardon him. He's not going to pardon him. But I would look at him sideways if he didn't pardon him.
This is what I'm really concerned about. If you can just pardon and do stuff with your little lame duck a couple of days, go ahead and cancel that student debt and say, around, find out.
Right. If we Mr. Joe, President Joe, if you pardoning, how about you pardon his debt? Dick.
It sounds like you're saying dick.
Both.
Oh, okay. Pardon this dick.
Because we don't want to pay them people their money back.
No, for real.
What high ground? There is no high ground. Do what feels good to you.
T.
Do what feels good to you.
Because at the end of the day, if they decide, not to go back to Wicked, but they talked about this in Act 2 of the bootleg I saw. They were like, there's a song, it says, we decide as a crowd, do we love you or do we hate you? And then we just go with that narrative. And then if we hate you and we decide we want to like you, everybody loves a beautiful rehab.
Y'all better be glad I ain't the president. Pardon on you, pardon on your cow. Everybody be getting a pardon. Ain't no debt.
Come on, Mushu.
Ain't no debt. Ain't no bills. How about that?
They say, oh, we don't have the funding for that. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. We
do.
find funding for everything else.
We find funding for everything else, and the funny thing is, they're in economy classes. They're like, just print more money, and they're like, you can't do that because X, Y, Z. It sounds like y'all find ways to do that all the time. And then if you can't print more money, then you're like, okay, Bitcoin's going to be popular again.
Literally.
And then we're going to do Doge. The fact that Elon Musk is going to be in charge of something scars me.
I know. I love that we're a political podcast.
We are a political, but we are seeing. You know what we are? We are RBN.
Raven Blake
Network.
Oh, cool.
RBPN.
Raven Blake.
No, because that sounds like Republican. Let's move on.
I was trying to figure out what they were.
Raven Blake Political Network.
Oh, cute. Okay. Moving on along.
Okay. I want to get away from Hunter Biden.
Politics.
Y'all really liked this last week. Our For You pages on the TikTok.
Y'all.
We've got some good stuff. I'm going to get my iPad.
Oh, not your iPad.
Yeah. Whoosh. I got to get my money's worth. I did not get this on Black Friday, by the way.
Okay, the first thing that's been on my For You page. Okay, I'm going to start with the first thing. Okay, so there's a movie out.
Okay.
It is Noah Beck. And it's a
my God.
Tubi movie. And it's called like quarterback, the sideline and me, or something.
And Tubi movies are notoriously known for
Okay.
their awfulness.
You can call it what you want. Call it what you want to.
Why?
Because it was so good. Hold on. Let me tell you the name of this movie.
God.
Let me tell you the name of this movie.
The fact that you said
Sideline, the QB and me. Listen, I didn't even know who Noah Beck was like that, if I'm being honest. So handsome. So cute. Obsessed. I'm a sucker for like a teenage drama situation. It was so good.
Okay, when we say good, are we talking overall
No,
plot?
it was really good.
The acting?
The acting was good. The plot, okay, realistically, it's like the Kissing Booth meets To All the Boys.
Okay.
On steroids, a little less steroids.
Like Walgreens book?
Yeah, I think it is a book. I think it was a book.
No, like...
Oh, no, it's not
okay.
like that.
Okay.
It's very cute. It's like,
Okay.
and they're like in love, and it's like they're going out to college. It is the perfect teenage romance situation. It was so good.
My takeaway though is like when you watch a Tubi movie, it's like if someone gets shot with the gun, it's like I'm
No,
gonna
it
shoot you,
wasn't
and then you
that.
hear like poo.
No, it wasn't that.
Okay.
It really wasn't.
The editing,
The
all that
editing
stuff
was really
okay.
good. The acting was really good. I mean, they have James Vanderbeek is in it.
We say that, but in Hallmark movies, or no, even the Merriest Holiday, that new Christmas movie, they're supposed to be ice skating and they're just kind of skipping on the ice.
But
So
James Vanderbeek is in it.
really?
Yeah, he's the dad. Like,
can't
it's
get away
a
from
lot
Dawson's
of
Creek.
Recognizable faces. Like, the acting was so good.
That's interesting.
So for real, TikTok, thank you, because that is what set me up. Because I saw a clip and I was like, wait, this is because it was very Laura Jean and Peter Kavinsky coded.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm obsessed with To All the
The
Boys.
way I just pretended like I knew who that was.
From To All the Boys.
I saw that like in passing one night
Don't
while I was
piss me
folding
off.
lunch. I'm sorry. Wait, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. That's the one about the...
What?
No. To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Is that where they do the house in the summer?
No,
That's the summer I turned pretty.
correct.
Okay. No, I do like that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's very much that.
Okay.
And it was so good. And he is so... Do y'all know about Noah Beck? He's supposed to be like a TikTok famous person.
Linda, he's been like famous on TikTok for years.
I don't know. I didn't know. Like, I recognized him a little bit, but he is so charming.
Is he the one that was an influencer and now is like all up in Maverick City Music?
No.
There's somebody who's doing that.
That's the boy on Summer I Turned Pretty, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about then.
I don't.
But no, he's so cute. I'm obsessed.
I love that.
Noah, I love you. Also, the Noahs, Noah Centineo, because you know I'm a Noah Centineo girl.
Didn't he come out as bi recently? I saw that on the Twitter timeline.
I don't know.
Or was it a joke?
I have no idea.
Okay. You're not on Twitter, I get it.
I love him. And so I'm like, oh, the Noahs.
Noah Centineo, Noah Beck,
Yes.
Noah and the Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Bless it.
Okay, what about you?
My FYP has been a little deep. If we're taking away all the Wicked stuff, I saw the. Okay, I'll start with the funny one. Monet Exchange, the drag queen.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. She had a clip from a podcast recently, and I wanted to bring it up. They were talking about people who are black people famous and white people famous.
Yes, for sure.
Who have? Oh, so the first one they said was Nia Long.
Nia Long, 100%. Morris Chestnut, black
No
people
idea who
famous.
that is.
You don't know who Nia Long is?
I'm not off the top of my head. But then he said like Vivica Fox, and I was like, don't play games with me.
No, but she black people famous though, to me.
Vivica A. Fox?
Yeah, I don't
Oh
feel
no,
like she
I
white
love
people
Vivica.
famous.
All those Christmas
You don't
movies.
know who Nia Long is?
If you said name a movie she's been in real quick, I don't know. I think it would almost like Friday.
Yes.
Oh, Work. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all know Nia Long.
Wait, is she the one who was like at a high schooler for 50 years?
Yes. She looks fantastic.
No, that's another one.
Oh, no, you thinking about Cree Summer?
No.
No, you thinking about Beyonce's sister.
No, that's Solange.
No, her stepsister.
Oh, I don't know, but she was in the Jersey, like back on Disney Channel, and she has
you
been.
talking about Beyonce's sister.
Who's that other girl? She was always in Sister City. She played Rhonda, and she.
That's the girl we talking about.
Oh, okay. Work.
I think.
I just don't know names.
Bianca.
Lawson.
Bianca Lawson.
yeah.
Bianca Lawson. Whatever you are doing, that skincare routine.
See, she black
works.
people famous.
Yes, but I know her, but I don't like know
I feel like
her.
Morris Chestnut is black people famous. I feel like
What's Morris Chestnut been in? I feel like if I saw his face,
The Best Man. I want to say he's in.
I don't think I saw.
Oh, he's fine.
That. Let me see a picture. Oh, okay, and a bunch of Tyler Perry movies. He was in Why Did I Get Married, right? I think he was in Why Did I Get Married?
I don't think he
was in The Best Man Holiday, Boys in the Hood.
He is not in Why Did I Get Married?
Are you sure?
You thinking about? I know who you thinking about, and that is not the all don't look. I mean, excuse me.
Don't.
All black people don't look alike.
Don't play that. Y'all say Zooey Deschanel, Katy Perry, and that other little girl look alike. He looked like the guy from Why Did I Get Married too.
No, he don't look like him.
It does not. It does not.
He just bald headed.
That does not.
That
does not connotate a racist. Racist? That is not racist. Okay, so white people famous. Mm-hmm. Who is somebody that I feel like I can name that you'd be like absolutely
anybody
know?
on Friends?
Anybody?
I know Courtney Cox because she's from Birmingham.
Jennifer Aniston. You know Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston. If someone was like, I get down on Lisa Kudrow.
I know. She's from Romeo and Michelle.
Christina Applegate.
Okay, so all of those women are the same to me.
Okay, that's racist.
Christina Applegate, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Jennifer Aniston,
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
All of them that is one white woman.
Okay, and then
same with all the white ladies who Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, who's the girl who looks exactly like Margot Robbie, but she was in the Ed movie? You know who I'm talking about? She was also in Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
His balls are stuck to the porch. That girl, Jamie something.
Yep.
Yep.
Her. All that's one lady.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't tell me Scarlett Johansson and Charlize Theron ain't the same person.
No, I totally agree. I got them. I'm like, oh, I loved Scarlett Johansson in Monsters Ball.
Yeah. I don't even know what that is. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It was. Oh, okay.
But go ahead. What are the white people famous for?
Like people are like, I love that Katie Seagal.
I have no idea who that is.
She was the mom on Smart House. People are like, I love her. But you don't know her.
Not like that.
Married with Children. I just thought
Married
it was so
with
funny.
Children.
So I was watching people comment and someone's like, oh, I love this person. I love this person. I'm like, I have no idea who some of these people are. But when they said Vivica A. Fox, I was like, get out of my face. Because I love her.
What do you know her from? Soul Food?
No, I know her.
Soul Food?
She was in Independence Day. She was in this made-for-TV Disney movie where her and the quarterback dad switch bodies. And she's screaming in the mirror, terrorize!
You know who I'm getting Vivica Fox mixed up with? I'm getting Vivica Fox, and hold on, let me tell you who I'm mixing her up with in my head.
I know who you're mixing her up with, but I can't. She's in the Devil Wears Prada musical. Oh, what is it? Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa Williams!
Yes. Who's got the new single Legs? They say the legs are the last to go.
I love Vanessa Williams.
I love Vanessa Williams. See, you don't even know.
Vivica Fox is in Soul Food. I'm tripping.
Yes, you are. So that's what was.
Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, I ain't crazy. She is in there too. She in there too.
Yeah, I love Vivica A. Fox. Okay, yes, also in Ella Enchanted. Thank you, Gabe, because that one's a hit. That went #1 for many weeks in my house. Gay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, what else is on your For You page?
Okay, so there's this basketball player who is the cutest thing. And he plays for the 76ers. Mm-hmm. But he is such an individual, and he sings songs all the time. His name is Jared McCain.
Jared McCain.
I have to show you his stuff.
We have such different For You pages. Because what I'm about to bring up, you're going to be like, okay, you fucking lead balloon.
He's so cute. He's...
Counting sheep, but running out as time ticks by. They're gonna bleed.
But he is a baller.
So he's doing like emo.
He's so cute. He just does his own thing. But he, like I said, he's dropping 30 a game.
30 goals?
Basketball player.
That's what I'm saying. 30 baskets?
Yeah.
Or are we talking
30 points.
Okay, well that's what I knew what I was talking about. Are we doing 30 points, aka 15 baskets, or 30 baskets, aka 60 points?
Nobody counts no one counts the baskets.
I do, apparently.
No one says he got 15 baskets. No one says that.
I don't want to comment on people's sexuality. He was given some bisexual energy.
He might be.
And no, that's hot.
He's so cute.
Have you ever hooked up with a bisexual guy?
No.
Girl, let me tell you what you're missing out.
He is...
Because the way they don't care.
He's also a baby.
How old?
He is 20 years old.
Never mind. I take it back. I'm
he
so sorry,
is
Lord.
20 years old.
No, my dating threshold, they say it's half your age plus 7.
What's half my age?
So I'm 32, so that's 16 plus 7, 23.
Okay.
So I would not date younger than 23. But my original goal was if I can't get a beer with you, I'm not going to.
What's half of my age? I'm 33. Mm-hmm. So what's that?
So that half of that would be 16 and a half.
23?
23 years old?
No, that's way too young.
That's giving Matt
How is yours the same as mine?
Because you're only a year older.
Oh.
Raven's over here acting like she's seen the beginning of the world. Let me tell you what, we used to drive these things called wagons.
I don't know. In my head, I'm 2 years older than you.
No, you just like to place yourself above me.
Okay.
Yeah. Could you date a 23-year-old man?
See how I just stopped laughing? That's how not funny it was.
That's how serious it is. I'm telling you what.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, okay.
Don't think I can date a 20. The youngest?
30.
29.
Okay.
But yes, this little boy,
Emphasis on little.
he is so precious. It's just like, I love seeing people whose like joy is just like
personified.
unleashed.
Yes.
Like he's just happy and he's killing it. He's such a good basketball player and he's such an individual and so himself. I'm obsessed.
Okay, cool.
What about you?
I told you mine was going to be lead balloon. We have different topics. Mine was the fact that I've been really getting into like purity culture TikTok on both sides.
Me too.
What's on yours, Gabe?
He on whole top.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Ho talk for sure. I've been on this one where it's like people at churches and stuff are like, you shouldn't be able to wear a 2-piece bathing suit because it'll cause me to sin. And it's like, first of all, not a girl's problem if you can't keep your ass to yourself. But this girl, she went to this place called Bethel, that college over there. No tea, no shade, but she was talking about like the purity culture they did on her, and she unpacks it, and she's reading comments of people who have been through purity culture and like the crazy
people are crazy.
Like someone was like, I wore a sports bra to go on a hike, and her mother called her, and she was like, well, I really hope you enjoy hell. Like, seriously. And then one girl said she got her period, and her mom wouldn't let her put a tampon in because it was like having sex.
Open the schools.
Not even open the clinics. So anyways, I mean, there was like some funny stuff, but I just can't remember it.
The last thing on my For You page, how many of y'all sit there and watch people with the thing, and it's like the drinks, and they can't see them, and they gotta match them blind?
Oh God!
The amount of time I sit watching people. This is one little girl. It's her family. This one little girl, Taylor. She always win. I think she be cheating.
You know those are fake.
Are they really?
Where it's like if you match the Fanta with the Fanta.
Yeah.
They do that intentionally. They make them over a certain amount of time so they can get monetization from it.
Why? Well, why'd you tell me?
And you're sitting there kicking your little legs.
I am having the best time.
It's like that one girl and that dude who always do like, shh, I'm gonna tape him to the bench, and you can hear them doing the tape and like sharpening the knife.
I believe it was fun.
We're on two different sides of TikTok.
We are.
Okay.
Gosh.
I would say like I have fun stuff on my TikTok, but it's like, the first one was fun.
And I watch people move the balls by color. Do y'all watch that? Where it's like a bunch of colors, and then they have to line them up, and they see how fast they can line them all up, or you can only move them one at a time.
Yours is kind of giving like touches of something.
100%.
Yeah. And I'm over here trying to learn about purity culture, and Gabe's over there ho talk demons.
Okay.
Book talk.
Book talk. Speaking of book talk.
Oh, work.
I do follow one book talker.
That's enough.
Sorry. I follow one book talker that I'm obsessed with. Let me find her. Okay, everybody, follow at All Anna Reads. She's my favorite book talker. Mm-hmm. I don't read a lot of the books, but I like to hear
She likes to hear about it. You keep up.
I keep up, and I like to hear her talk about them. So
yeah.
All right.
I have fun stuff, but I just cannot think of it, and my phone is not near me right now.
Yeah,
So
love that.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, moving on along.
Moving on along. Okay, let's talk about this. I want to talk about surprisingly football. Because let me tell you what, I was supposed to go to the Texas A&M game with my family this week, and it ended up not happening over Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And when I tell you, I'm so glad I saved that $1,500 because that was the most boring game. They blew them out. Well, not blew them out, but it was like 17-7 out of 4 quarters. Boring, snoozer.
Texas A&M in Texas?
Yes, they finally got back together.
I watched that. That wasn't that bad.
It felt like it was not fun to me.
I
A&M
it.
lost, and that's who we were rooting for. So.
I enjoyed it. Y'all, first of all, it was rivalry week. Roll Tide.
Mm-hmm. Nothing brings a family together like fighting over football.
And rivalry taken to a whole nother level. The amount of people that was fighting. Mm-hmm. So this year, and I don't know, maybe I've been out of the loop. There is this like trend of the winning team planting their flag in the center of the field of the losing team's field.
That's giving Civil War.
Exactly. So you're the guest. So we're playing a game. We're on your turf. I win. I take my flag and plant it in the center of the field. And of course, that pisses people off. And now we fighting. At the Michigan-Ohio State game, the police had to pepper spray the people's children.
Mm-hmm.
The players.
So when I was in college, if we just won, we just rushed the field.
And like even that's dumb.
No, that's just like fun. Now I'll tell you, the one time I was supposed to do it, I got too scared and didn't do it. And now I still look back and I said I should have done it. So always go for it. But fighting people, putting a flag down.
I've never rushed a field because I think all of my teams have like won.
You also don't rush. I love you. I love you so much.
I think I did in high school once. But yeah, no, I'm not. Why am I doing that?
Because it's supposed to be fun. It's communal.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
That's crazy though.
But then it was like Florida State. They got in a fight. Who else got in a fight?
Did Georgia and Georgia get in a fight, or was that game just very much long?
Georgia and Georgia got in a fight.
8 overtimes.
8 overtimes.
Is that what it's called? Okay, work.
Okay, NC State, UNC, they was fighting.
What
It
about
was,
them?
Like throwing bows over the same stuff, like over this like flag thing.
Okay, but to me that doesn't. First of all, like I said, the flag thing is giving Civil War, but also those games are created to heighten your emotions, and then when you're drinking and all that kind of stuff.
No, these are the players fighting.
I'm still aware.
Why are they drinking? They're playing what?
Oh, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. No, they don't do that. I mean, maybe football's the new hockey. I don't know.
I know, but then I will say that's what people were getting mad because they pepper sprayed them people children, and they were like, hockey players do this all the time. Those young people were not separating at the rate at which they should have been separating.
Because in hockey, it's like boom, boom, we're done.
And then you get put in a little box and it's over. This
Yeah.
is like 50 people, a brawl. Even at the Alabama game, there was like a moment where there was like a little bit of a brawl. Everybody relax and quit hitting each other at these football games.
So, y'all stop it. Stop it.
So who do you think's going to be in the top 12
Of...
for the playoffs?
Oh, I thought you meant like American Idol. The playoffs, Alabama.
Oh, you think? Do you think they're going to let us in?
Yeah, I mean, y'all aren't doing your best without Nick Saban, no offense, but
We have 3 losses, so there's a few 3-loss teams. Out of those 3 lost teams, who do you think they're going to pick?
Alabama.
Okay.
And then I think A&M has a standing chance.
Okay.
I think the Florida Gators. I think the Florida Gators could chomp on some competition.
Okay, awesome.
Clemson
Okay.
and Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Anchor down, baby.
You think Vanderbilt's going to get in with 5 losses?
No. They beat y'all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat y'all, and they let it get to their head, and now they are in the bed.
Well, they were already the bed before they even beat us.
Don't fight
Yeah.
unless you're fighting this dick.
Okay, moving on along.
Moving on along.
Vanderpump Rules has a new cast. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay.
I thought it got canceled.
No. They're just recasting.
Oh, see.
Like New York did. So they're going to start season 14 with a brand new group of people who work at SUR. I'm excited.
Okay.
Check on Sheena.
Check on Sheena
Check
for real.
Check on Sheena. I don't know who Sheena is. I've never seen a single episode of Vanderpump Rules, but in my head on Bravo, when they do a whole cast rehaul, doesn't that mean the show's starting to...
Well, they were just on for so long. And like when we met these people, they were no names. Like they were bartenders and waitresses working at this restaurant, and we've watched them evolve, and there's just no more story left to tell.
Without it getting like super contrived?
I mean, there's just nothing less. Like, what else are we going to talk about?
Well, wait, that doesn't sound
We're
real
14
because
seasons
the last 2 seasons, he was like, she kept her shirt on and she was like, F you. Like, how does that not escalate?
It's time.
Okay.
The big rumor is that I can't think of her name. Ariana.
Whew.
She made
Y'all need to take fish
a
oil.
request like for the next season that she would get like $1 million something. This is like allegedly, and that she would only be able to film certain like times so that she could still do her other stuff, and she wouldn't film with Sandoval and Lala. And they were like, no, sorry, you're not getting that much, and that's the reason that they.
Well,
I would say yeah. Not like as a producer, like I would be like, yeah, you're not coming back.
Yeah, no. And also, though, like Lala broke the 4th wall a lot in the reunion, and she said that the producers like gave her the go ahead, and that's like a telltale sign that like your time is done.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, like, to get a fresh new people, especially because I was so in and out for Vanderpump. I think I might, like, actually commit and, like, watch this new cast.
See, I'm going to follow the Tom Sandoval train. I'm going to be watching Traitors. So
Okay.
I'll keep you up on Traitors. You keep me up on the VPR.
But there's another show with all of them on it, the spinoff.
What, Below Deck?
So they were talking about all the people who, so there is a spinoff with people who've left Vanderpump and did another show. And so they're saying that everyone's going to go over to that show.
Can I just say something?
Sure. The Valley.
If we're so over them, why are they getting a new show?
I don't think anyone's over them. I just think that it's time to shake it up.
I just think there's a lot of great people out there in the U.S. who could continue to give us new TV. Why are we giving, like, people on Survivor, like, oh, we brought back Sandy again?
Yeah,
and it's just like,
yeah.
you have all these people who could survive on an island.
I got that way with Real World Rules challenges.
And that's
and
still
now it's
on.
like the challenge. And it's just like, and now this got people from Big Brother. It's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
How many times can you hook somebody up to a harness and make them swing over the ocean?
Seriously, I'm out.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying.
And they always play for like $10,000.
That's true. It's like not a lot of money.
Yeah. You got to keep people employed somehow.
For sure.
So.
And then moving on along. So Drake, Aubrey, he is suing actually, for what I had heard, he's not actually suing. It's like a pre-sue.
It's a courting sue.
Yeah, he pre-suing.
Okay.
Allegedly. Well, I guess not allegedly.
It was on the news. So it must be true.
He believes that the label did some trickery to push Not Like Us more than like it was supposed to get pushed. And that's why people liked it so much. He felt like they put more behind it. They like hired people to say they liked the song or to stream the song to make it look like it did better than it actually did.
Okay. May I?
You may.
Hey, Drake.
I hear you like I'm young. You better ever go to Cell Block 1.
That. And that's just marketing in today's world. People who are getting big on TikTok, do you think it's actually because we're sharing it? There's a $50,000 campaign that gets offered, and then we get to act like we had control in that. It's called streaming farms.
Oh, not you having the government name.
Literally, that's streaming farms, and they act like, this thing got 1 billion views. I mean, that song is good, and it did catch like wildfire because y'all were in the middle of a fight, and he won.
Yeah.
But like, let's not pretend like basic music industry BS that they do to make things pop now are suddenly this like super fightable thing.
Well, my thing too is like hip hop. The origin of it is all about like people have these beefs. People
Tupac and Biggie.
fight. Okay, I wouldn't go to the tragic ones first.
Oh,
but
P Diddy and J
people
Lo.
have like rap battles. Like that's a part of it, and you got to take the L, take it on the chin, and keep it pushing.
Mm-hmm.
You look like a bitch for real.
BICTH.
But really, it's like you look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just take the L, put out some new music, and keep it pushing. But
That's a hard L to take, though.
It
I'm a
is.
child lover.
It's a hard
Yeah.
L.
It's
But-
not just like you lost.
And Kendrick is everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's like he drops a new album and then he's doing the Super Bowl. It's just like he's everywhere. And I get that your feelings are hurt, but like you're making yourself look silly.
But also, how many years have you had where you were the center of everything? Your album goes #1. You're blocking
Exactly.
people. Like, it's one of those things where it feels like also like you just don't know how to take your season of I'm not
Correct, because
famous.
nobody sued him when he did back to back when he was fighting with Meek Mill. Meek Mill?
Mac Miller?
No.
Okay.
No, that baby went on, got his robe.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Like this is not Drake's first battle with people, and no one sued you. You just look like a bitch.
T. I agree, and I think just learn when to sometimes just let it ride. Let Kendrick have his moment in the sun. I sound like a dad right now. And just put on your New Balances and go mow the lawn. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
All right, let's talk about this real quick.
Yeah, if we're talking about record labels and industry and music and all that, this was sent in to us from a fan when we asked about topics.
Yes.
It was from a fan listener,
Also, and the Hunter Biden thing was from Mrs. Bonnie.
Mrs. Bonnie. And then on Instagram, longtime listener Mark, hello Mark, wanted to talk about what we're going to talk about, and I want to talk about it too, so let's talk about it.
Talk about it. What is it?
Beyonce and Taylor Swift battling out for #1 on this greatest pop stars ever. Is it Billboard?
Billboard.
Billboard's messy.
Billboard is messy.
Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stones and Billboard, y'all consistently be messy.
Y'all don't have anything else to talk about?
No, obviously not. All right, tell me your thoughts. Do you think that Beyonce is the pop star of the, what is it, of the decade? Of the century.
Of the century. No, that's Xenon.
That's Xenon.
That's Protozoa. Can I be honest?
Sure.
Until I realized who the top two were, I had no stake in the game. And when I found out it was between those two, I was like, it's clearly Beyonce. Okay. Here's the thing. Taylor Swift, let's talk about it from the beginning. From the second she got on the scene, she had the country girlies going. I remember the MySpaces were everywhere in Midland, Texas. Top 8, she utilized that. And then 2008, she had her Fearless era. I'm not going through all the eras, but she just kept getting up and up and up. She went pop, up and up and up. She's had some scandals. She's come back from it. We love a rehab moment. Not literal, like PR. But at the end of the day, you said something when we had talked about this just over lunch one day. Beyonce, we've been knowing her and who she was since 2000, the year 2000, and she has stayed that power. Mm-hmm. Samantha Mumba, I knew who she was in 2000.
Hi, Samantha, get in.
But she's not
she ain't
as powerful as she once was. Let me put it that way. And so, yeah, I think it's her. Consistently releasing, consistently reinventing herself. She's every celebrity's favorite celebrity. Whew, I could not say that. So yeah, I think between those two, it's her.
I agree.
In my heart, it's her. Hadn't released an album in years, but it's her. Listen, Miss Hillary Duff.
I like Taylor fine. I think she is fine. I sing the songs. I dance the dances.
Be nice.
Beyonce is revolutionary. Mm-hmm. Like, she is the pinnacle. Like, everyone looks up to Beyonce. I think I think one of the appeals to Taylor is that she's so relatable for some people. And it's like, I can sing along.
Yeah.
And like, it's not this like far off like thing that you can't reach. It's very accessible.
Well, and I think even from her songwriting, Taylor's. Oh, sorry. We go back and forth all the time.
But I was in the middle of it.
Okay, go ahead.
Where I feel like Beyonce is on a level where it's like we could never get. Uh-huh. Like, it's like I could dance and sing I could rehearse till I turn blue in the face. I will never get to a Beyonce level of perfection and artistry and brilliance where I feel like, yeah.
What?
No, that's it.
No, you were in the middle of it.
No. That's it.
Well, that's what I'm saying about, I'll give Taylor her flowers on the songwriting, is that people are saying she's always writing in the way that people are saying, I can relate to this.
Correct.
No matter what age you are, you feel like you can find yourself in the lyrics, while as Beyonce, now, one, I'm not a girl and I'm not black, but there's things sometimes when I'm like, she's singing about this and I'm like, I can feel her emotion. I can feel the power in this. I don't necessarily get it. But then she has a whole other catalog of, I'm going to shake my ass this. I get exactly what she means. Mm-hmm. And it's just, there's just levels. Mm-hmm. And yeah. To quote Nessa Rose. Yeah.
I disagree. I don't think Beyonce is the greatest pop star of like the 21st century.
And that was Gabe's last day.
No. Listen.
Fired.
Yeah. Get out. Nope.
I love Beyonce. We had a Beyonce-themed birthday. To me, Beyonce is like the greatest artist of the 21st century. I don't consider Beyonce like pop. If I think of like a pop star, it's not Beyonce. Beyonce has like class. And I'm not saying that pop, it's just a different bracket. Like we have Survivor, the album. We have Destiny Fulfilled. Then we go into B-Day. We have Beyonce, that's self-titled out. Like, there's so many genres that she's done. Cowboy Carter, mm-hmm. Renaissance, Formation. Like, and it's just, I don't know. I feel like Taylor very much is a pop star, but Beyonce encompasses 10 times more.
Whereas Taylor is a pop star, Beyonce is like an artist.
As of this airing, someone is writing us a novel right now.
Right, for sure. But my thing too, and I'm not saying this is about you, I'm just saying in general, I do think that race plays a part in it because Beyonce was more like R&B initially and then kind of moved into a poppier space and has ebbed and flowed in and out of more urban sounding music. I don't think people put her in a pop star box.
Yeah. Well, remember we found out in 2013 Beyonce's black.
Correct.
So, I mean, I understand that. Well, we have talked about this before where she could work, well, just black women in the industry in general, they have to work 15 times as hard to get half of a stone that somebody else has. Like, I love, not to throw her under the bus, I love Sabrina Carpenter. We all do. And she's just out there being like cute and, sexy and like, a little horny. And we're like, oh, we love it. We live. If somebody else who was in there, like Coco Jones, I don't know, was to come out and be like, I'm a little horny. People are like, that's really weird. I have children. Like, what are we doing? And, she gives a good, not even to your theory, to the conversation we have. She's not only black, she's black. And Beyonce, like, it's just, I don't know.
It's nuanced. And I think the reason it gets frustrating when Taylor and Beyonce are even put in the same category, which is why I agree with you, is because they're just not. And I get, though, they threw everybody in the bucket.
Who else was on that list? Probably like Billie Eilish.
Yeah. Let's do top 10.
Yeah, top 10.
Okay, so 10 was Adele.
Okay.
Even her I don't consider pop, though. Number 9 was Ariana Grande.
Okay.
8 was Justin Bieber. 7 was Kanye West. Like, that's not pop to me. Whatever. 6 was Britney Spears. 5 was Lady...
Wait, 6 was Britney Spears? 6? Jail.
Outrage.
Jail, Billboard. You just lock them up.
Yeah.
Throw it. 6?
Now,
the pop princess of all, like, what?
Not doing devil's advocate because
the devil don't need no advocates.
But if they're saying 21st century, she started with the bang, but in what recent years? What was her last one? 2016. So that could be taken into consideration. But I'm with you, jail.
Christina Aguilera wasn't even on the list.
Well,
don't shut up.
No, I'm not. No.
Shut up.
Where she's a she no, and now if we're talking pop stars,
yeah.
But now she's had some flops. Bionic.
Yeah. I like that one.
I do too. Sometimes I'm a super bitch. But yeah, where's Jessica Simpson?
Shut up.
I will say this is where the list doesn't make any sense.
It don't make no sense.
Because
this list don't make sense.
If I'm doing it, we're doing Beyonce, Taylor Smith.
Okay.
We're gonna do I'm
not even doing that.
No.
I'm doing Beyonce. I'm doing Britney.
Okay.
I'm doing Gaga.
And
then I'm doing Taylor.
And then Taylor. Where's Rihanna? Top 10?
I would put I'm not a Rihanna girl like that. I liked Anti, but that was like I'm not a Rihanna girl like that.
Okay.
So she might not make it in my top 10.
You know what? That's actually the tea because a lot of people for Anti, they let Anti clips like SOS.
Yeah.
Please, like,
Yeah, like Anti is like she was that girl for me in that era. But I'm not a Rihanna girl like that. I love her, but
So who's rounding out the rest of your top 10? You said Beyonce,
Britney,
Lady, Taylor.
I'm gonna throw. Can it be like? Well, she's in a band, but I would throw Hayley Williams in there.
Well, if Drake can be a pop star,
that's
so can she.
For me, I would put her in there.
Okay. Adele. She going in your top 10?
Ooh, I would put. And see, this is where it gets muddy. Like I would put Amy Winehouse in it. I need to know what we're talking about.
Well, because essentially, pop music is popular music.
Exactly, that is pop music, popular music.
But like when you go from because then they're like, is it synth pop, techno pop, bubblegum pop? Like, okay, so where does Mandy Moore lie?
Because technically, like hip hop is like that's where people were saying like hip hop is popular music.
Because you're saying because someone's like, oh, they're a pop star, like a popular star, but then when you want to be derogatory, oh, they're just a pop star.
Yeah.
Tate McRae's a pop star.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's it's nuance.
It is nuance.
That is the word of the year, especially after Wicked, nuance.
What's your top 5?
My top 5, Hillary Duff.
Okay.
We're doing gay top 5. Hillary Duff, Beyonce, Taylor Smith, Jessica Simpson. I'm just kidding. Adele, for me, it would be Adele, and then probably...
No Britney?
Oh, no, it would be Britney. Like I said, well, no, Adele would be at the 5 for sure. Britney would probably be in the top 3. Taylor would probably be number 4. I really like Taylor stuff, but like dance, get into it.
I like Taylor Swift. You know, I'm a lover girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a red girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like her music.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think that she's number one for me.
If I had to round out my obviously, like, not the last album, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga. Katy Perry had a moment.
Yeah.
But it's a moment.
Exactly.
So that's the thing.
Y'all keep your little list.
Yeah.
Don't do this no more. Because y'all don't know who's on the committee.
No, this is exactly why they do it, because we talk about it. Where was Celine Dion? That was one. What was that? Oh, that was vocalist. Don't piss us off.
Literally, don't piss us off.
Yeah. And then, you know, I mean, like I said, you have your own top 10 for your own life, like Kelly Clarkson would be in mine. And she's been killing it as of late.
Correct.
Showing you that
She's
voice can have
longevity.
some staying power.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, okay.
Wait, really quick. You don't have to put this in, but I guess Taylor Swift, the hashtag Swiftie racism was trending because all of her fans were sending racial abuse in tweets to Beyonce.
And that's why you're number 2.
Including racial slurs, derogatory comments, and racist.
I'm sorry, and this is why I can't get. This is what stops me from being on the Swiftie train, because
As soon as you don't get your way, you go to racism.
The white women of it all, and Taylor Swift, no shade, is like the epitome of white woman. Like, she is the physical embodiment of
Because she's the
white woman.
She's
But
the
like
physical embodiment of a white
but
woman.
like all of the things, and this is no fault of her own, and this is what makes it complicated. She does not do this. It is the past that everyone gives her. It's not her. It's the way that the world treats her and reacts to her and coddles her and pities her that makes it like, girl, bye. It's not her. Like, she really just be living. There are times where she white woman, too close to the sun. But most of the time, she's just like doing her thing. And I feel bad because I feel like she gets put in the center of a lot of these conversations, and it's not really her fault.
No, and she's just trying to do her thing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing we've noticed: her and Beyonce get along.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they went to each other's premieres.
No, they do get along.
So it's just one of those things. You know what it is? Beyonce's the alphabet, and Taylor Swift's the Glinda. We mark someone as good, and someone else as you need to prove yourself, and then
That's
even when
true.
you do, we don't.
It's true.
So go watch Wicked, everyone.
And also, I will say, like, the OG of all of this was Beyonce giving Taylor her moment back, and no one ever, like, sits in that space long enough for me.
That's the tea. That's the tea, because we want to talk about the boo-hoo. The boo-hoo.
We are going to hold space for that moment.
Last week, we held space for Divine Gravity. This week, we're holding space for the 2009 VMAs. Give me your finger.
And on that note.
And on that note, before we go, okay, so over the holiday, I went and saw Mariah Carey, and I want to talk to you about it after the cameras turn off, because when I tell you everything and nothing at once.
Listen.
But I knew what I was getting into, and I loved it.
Exactly. And you're going there for the moment. And for was the crowd fun?
The crowd was fun. The one thing I do want to bring up on camera, she has a moment during Always Be My Baby where people give her signs and costumes and not costumes, shirts and merch and all that, and she signs it and gives it back, or she brings kids on for selfies. When I tell you that track played as if she was singing while she was just walking around like this, they gave her the $75 Barbie doll she was selling, the $90 shirt, and she gets up there and she goes, I don't have a pen. And then it's all laying on the piano. She goes, I'm going to sign this and I'll give it back to you after. And to this day, everyone I went to that concert with, you're like, do you think they got their stuff back? And I really don't think they did, because
$90?
$90 for a shirt. And you don't even get it back.
She would have had to come home with me for that $90.
you gotta whistle tone in my own ear.
Seriously, at my house.
Yes, it was so funny. But okay, well, we can wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Rewind the Podcast. If you want to listen to other episodes of Rewind the Podcast, you can listen on Apple Spotify. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you like podcasts. I'm not here to tell you what you like, because you know what you like. But if you want to watch the podcast and see our beautiful faces, you can watch us on the YouTubes. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and sign up for alerts, because we are releasing some fun stuff here, there, a little bit everywhere. But with all that being said, Raven.
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast today. If you happen to be listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave a comment and 5 stars. If it's less than 5 stars, you can keep that. But if it's 5 stars, we want that.
Yeah.
I'm Raven Dawson, and I'm on social media stuff as I am Raven Dawson.
That's T. And you can find me anywhere there's a social media site at Blake Rackley. And with all that being said, we'll see you
Next week.
Bye.
Toodles.
Always be my baby.
Bye.